In the fourth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada Muni, in his instructions to the Prachetas, Narada Muni says, Shriyam anucharatim tadarthinascha vipadapatin vibudamscha yad swapurnaha nabhajati nijabritya vargatantraha katham amum udvisrijet puman kritajnaha. A similar words where Narada Muni is saying, Kritajnaha puman, a grateful person, any person who has gratitude in his heart. If a person is a grateful person, then anybody does him any help, he will immediately express his gratitude. He will say thank you, he will want to give something in return. An ungrateful person, what he will do, he will never be interested in whatever he will take and he will enjoy. If a person has even a little gratitude, then such a person, he will definitely not avoid worshipping Krishna. Why? Because what is the characteristic of that Krishna? Shriyam anucharatim. Krishna is constantly being followed by Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi is constantly thinking in what ways and means can I serve the Supreme Lord Vishnu? How can I serve Narayana? And she is always at his lotus feet, massaging his lotus feet and waiting to serve him. And not only is she, Lakshmi Devi, serving the Supreme Lord, there are many other personalities who are tadarthinaha, who are constantly serving Lakshmi Devi in return. They are waiting for the favor of Lakshmi Devi. Who are they? Vibudapatin. They may be kings in the material world. They may be leaders. They may be political big leaders. They are also, if you see in this material world, every leader is thinking of ways and means of economic development. He is always looking forward to the kripa of Lakshmi Devi. He wants the blessings of Lakshmi Devi upon his citizens, upon his country. Every leader wants. Vibudapatins, Vibudamsa, all the devatas are also constantly looking forward, expecting the blessings of Lakshmi Devi. They also want opulence. So all such personalities, so even these kings, even these devatas, they also worship Vishnu. And they worship Lakshmi Devi, and all of them worship Lakshmi Devi, who in turn is worshipping Narayana all the time. And what is Krishna's approach towards Lakshmi Devi? Na bhajati, he is not interested in any of them. He is not interested in Lakshmi Devi. He is not interested in the big leaders. He is not interested in the devatas worship. They are all offering their worship. Krishna is least bothered. He is not giving them any importance. Why? Because he is swapurnaha. He is complete in himself. He does not need the favor of Lakshmi Devi. He does not need the favor of any devatas. He does not need the favor of any big king or any big leader, any president of any country. He does not need any of that because he is swapurna. He is complete in himself. We are all, everything is emanating from him. Everything is depending upon him. So what is there? There is no need for him. Although he is such a great personality that he doesn't even care for Lakshmi Devi, Nijabritya Varga Tantraha. His Nijabritya Varga, his group, his collection of confidential devotees who are there, Nijabritya Varga Tantraha, he feels, I am dependent on my devotees. He feels he is dependent on Yashoda Maiya. He feels he is dependent on Nanda Maharaj. He feels he is dependent on the gopis for their love. Although the Lord is complete in himself and such great personalities like Lakshmi Devi are ready to serve him, he is not interested in all that. He is interested in his pure devotees and he feels, I am dependent on them. I am dependent on their service. Such is the great Supreme Lord. And therefore, Katham amum udvisrijet puman kritajnaha. Which person is there who has even a little sense of gratitude, who will not surrender to that Supreme Lord? Why? Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. For anyone who is desiring to get out of this cycle of birth and death within this material world, and who wants to get out of this material world, which is dukkhalayam ashashvatam, which is constantly bombarding us with various kinds of miseries, anyone who wants to get out of this, what is the source of his escape from this material universe? The only way is, as Krishna says, dadami buddhi yogam tam. We have to have the intelligence to get out of this material world. And where does that intelligence come from? Krishna says, dadami buddhi yogam. Krishna gives that intelligence. Unless Krishna gives that intelligence, we cannot get out of this cycle of birth and death. And to whom does Krishna give that intelligence? Tesham satata yuktana, those who are constantly serving his lotus feet. Bhajatam priti purvakam, and rendering devotional service to him with lot of love and affection. For such people, Krishna assures that I will give all the intelligence required for them to get out of this material world. Otherwise, on our own strength, it is not possible to get out. Krishna says that Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. It is impossible to surmount the forces of material nature. Mam eva ye prapadyante. But one who surrenders to Krishna, Krishna personally delivers him from this material nature. What is the need for Krishna to do it? What do we have to offer to Krishna? Even Lakshmi Devi is running behind Krishna. Krishna is not bothered. So what do we have to give to Krishna? We have nothing. We ourselves are dependent on Lakshmi Devi. And Lakshmi Devi is dependent on Krishna. Krishna is not bothered about her. So we go and try to worship Krishna. What is there in it for Krishna? He will be least interested in us. But still, when we offer something with love, Krishna feels obligated. Krishna feels grateful. Oh, this devotee, he is offering me with something with love. And he accepts very, very pleasingly. Krishna accepts that. So this is the wonderful, loving nature of Krishna. So if a person has even a little gratitude, can you imagine, why will he not feel gratitude to Krishna? By offering simply some water with tulsi leaf to Krishna, Krishna is doing such a big favor of delivering us from this material universe, which is insurmountable for even big yogis and big materialists. None of them can cross over this material universe. That Krishna is ready to deliver us from, simply if we offer a little leaf or a fruit or a flower or water with little love to him, that's all. So should we not feel grateful to him? And not only that, Krishna makes so many arrangements. Krishna has created he has given the Vedas, he has given the Bhagavad Gita, he has given the Bhagavatam, he incarnates in various forms to come and deliver us. He personally comes himself and he sends various messengers like Srila Prabhupada to come and deliver the message and to deliver us from this material world. Krishna is constantly working to deliver us. And what do we have to offer in return? Nothing. Krishna is not expecting anything from us other than our loving service. That's all. Such a simple thing Krishna is asking. So should we not feel grateful to him? Krishna is ready to go to such extents just to help us, although we have nothing to offer in return to him. And therefore, here also it is mentioned, Ko kritajnaha na sevata. Which grateful person is there who has a little even an understanding of what is gratitude? If such a person is there, why will he not serve the Supreme Lord Krishna? Why will he not surrender to that Supreme Lord?